Viewers, we are live and breaking this Sunday afternoon. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you some top updates coming in. Now, several videos have appeared on social media showing Indian Australians being attacked by Khalistanis with swords while carrying the Indian tricolour. Tensions rise within the Indian diaspora at Federation Square. Those are visuals coming in right now, where we are seeing these visuals come in, where we can see that there are some people being attacked. These are videos on social media which have come showing Indian Australians being attacked by Khalistanis with swords while carrying the Indian tricolour. The tensions are rising with the Indian diaspora at the Federation Square. So visuals coming in. These are Indians being attacked in Melbourne, viewers. And we're still waiting for more updates to come in. But what we know is that Khalistani supporters are attacking Indians who are holding the national flag in Australia's Melbourne. Now, these are videos which were found on social media. These are viral on social media. They've gone viral, and these are very shocking visuals as well. As you can see that these Khalistani supporters have swords in their hand. They are holding swords, and they're attacking these Indians. They're attacking the Indians there, while those Indians are carrying the Indian tricolour. So it's a very, very shocking incident coming in. Now, this is coming in from Melbourne. The shocking incident has taken place in Melbourne in Australia, where you can see that they are Khalistani supporters. They are attacking Indians who are holding the national flags in their hands. These videos have gone viral, viewers. So we're getting these top updates coming in. And these videos are right now being shared on social media. We also know that police were deployed. The police were deployed, and they had to use pepper spray during that scuffle which happened. Let's go to Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, joining us. Abhishek, these are quite shocking visuals coming in, where we can see that these Khalistani supporters are holding swords, and they're chasing the Indians who are holding and carrying the national flag, the tricolour. Abhishek.
Well, Shivangi, this seems like really orchestrated by these Khalistanis and to create a new hub or nerve center of Khalistani activities in Australia. We have seen similar things panning out over the last decade and more in Canada, but then it somehow remained isolated there. There were off and on some incidents taking place in Europe, but those were individual-centric, individual Khalistani activists operating out of Germany, operating out of France, operating out of the United Kingdom. But in this case, it seems like absolutely orchestrated and well-planned. So we had, for example, over the last 1 month, 3 episodes when temples were targeted. In one case, the Swaminarayan temple, in another case, an ISKCON temple. And now, when Indians were protesting, this fracas happening with the Khalistanis also coming in. So it seems that they have converged on Melbourne. And see, all these cases have happened over the last 1 month, are being reported in Melbourne. So it seems that a special cell of the Khalistanis is working now, and we have been maintaining, remember, and the viewers would recall that the Australian state should not be taking it lightly. We have seen some right kind of noises coming in from those in power there, but it has to go to the next level in terms of investigation, and a major clampdown is needed so that Australia does not become another hub for the Khalistanis. But these pictures clearly are very disturbing and suggesting that this is all orchestrated, well-planned, and an active Khalistani cell now working out of Melbourne, specifically in Australia. And the concern, of course, that like Canada, Australia should not become the next nerve center of Khalistani activism. So obviously, even the Indian agencies are concerned. I've spoken to a couple of them myself, my sources there, and they say that they are closely watching the development, and if and whatever information they are getting at an appropriate stage, it would be shared with their Australian counterparts as well. But then, as of now, on the ground, imperative is that Indian community very actively gets the security agencies in Australia involved by way of complaints and meticulous record of all these events. And then B, the local administration there should be proactively clamping down on the Khalistani cells and activists that have really gathered specifically in Melbourne.
Absolutely, Abhishek. And we also know that the police had to step in when this happened, incident transpired. We knew the police had to use a pepper spray during that scuffle which took place. But right now, do we have any details about any kind of action being taken on these Khalistani supporters?
Well, as of now, none, but it seems police action has already taken place, Shivangi. There have been some detentions that have been done, and police is trying to find out who could be, and there was some sort of referendum, it seems, that,
Right.
we have seen the Khalistanis carrying out at other places, and that's where this fracas has taken place with a clash happening between a proud nationalist Indians and some of these Khalistanis and their supporters because they were asked to stop this sham of a referendum to be carried out.
Right.
And it seems that there are some Pakistani elements also, so that needs to be investigated. A complaint has been lodged with the police. Hopefully action would take place.
Right. I'm also being joined right now by Manjinder Singh of the BJP joining us on the phone line. Thank you for joining us. Now, we're seeing these visuals come in where the Indians were attacked in Melbourne. And what is your first reaction? Because it's very shocking that while these Indians were carrying the national flag, the tricolour, very proudly holding the flag of India, they were attacked with swords.
No, I strongly condemn this anti-Indian activity. I'm shocked to see this, in fact, that how these people have been attacked. I condemn this incident wholeheartedly, which is orchestrated by the anti-India groups harboring abroad, and it is most of the time it is funded by ISI. And I would urge the government of Australia to take strict action against those people which are hell-bent upon to bully these Indians abroad. And I'm thankful to the people who are nationalists. They are raising their flags and raising their voice because we all feel that our nation, we are proud Indians. And we, being a nationalist, is our all, we should counter them and counter their activities, though there are few of them who have been paid by ISI. I'm sure the Australian government will take a strict action against them.
All right. And Manjinder Singh, we are seeing that the kind of attacks on Indians, not just in Australia, Mr. Sirsa, we are seeing this also in other places, in Canada as well. We are seeing all over the world, we are seeing Indians being targeted in the US. What do you have to say about this? Is it high time that even these nations step up their security and make sure that these attacks are not repeated?
See, the sole purpose of these attacks, whether it is in Canada or in Australia, is to propagate. It is anti, in fact, you say it anti-Indian, I say it's anti-Sikh. Basically, they want to blame us. They want to paint us as anti-nationals. And this is funded by ISI. This is a long ago modus operandi which they've used in 80s also. And India came out proudly out of that also. And I'm sure that they will face the heat in coming days as Canadian governments were really soft on those people when they feel that this heat, now their local peoples are feeling that heat, now they are getting stake. And same will be with Australia also. One day they will also realize that by giving them a loose end, the sufferers will be the local people there.
All right. Thank you, Manjinder Singh for joining us on the phone line. Also, I'm being joined again by our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, who's joining us. Abhishek, now we're seeing that these videos have gone viral. All right, we will go back to Abhishek, but these videos you are seeing, they have gone viral. The Australian police has issued a statement as well after this incident. A very shocking incident where you see the Indian flags fluttering, but they were attacked. The Indians were attacked with swords by Khalistan supporters. Time now, viewers, to see what else is making news from across India.